Yeah. Let's go. They can see that I'm the legend. Got the gold in my possession. No doubt in my mind, no question. I hold the keys to my successes. Greatness lives inside of me. Cut me open, bleed royalty. I've never known defeat. That's for the weak. For the throne, you better show loyalty. Nothing can stand in my way. I look it right in the face. I'm never slowing down. Yeah, I'm winning this race. Can't hold me back. Can't hold me down. It's time for me to own it now. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the episode 29 of Cow Tech. And it's me, your host, Tyler Slane. And that is not Adam Ross, but it is Mike Panackia. How you doing, Mike? Oh, I think you're on mute. Let me unmute you there. But it is.
Okay.
There it is.
There we are. Yeah, every time I see that intro, that still gets me. That intro is great.
It is really awesome. I've loved it. He did a good job with that.
Okay.
Well, awesome, everybody. Well, hey, it's good to hear you again, Mike. It's been a few episodes since you've been on, so it's good to see you back again.
Good to be back. Good to be back. I'm pretty excited to do this for Adam. I know he's out racing, which is the most important thing we can do these days.
Right. Huh? That's right. Well, hey, so this episode's pretty cool. So since Adam is not going to be with us today, he's actually out at Psycho Nitro Blast in Tennessee. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever been out there. I've tried to go. I actually signed up in 2020, and then obviously COVID happened, so I didn't get to go out there. But it was that close to it. I don't know if you've ever been out there, Mike.
No, I have not.
You've not? Okay. So basically, like, well, if you guys haven't heard of what Psycho Nitro Blast is, the reason it's called that is because it's essentially a 24-hour-a-day race, qualifying mains, all that stuff for, I think, 3 days straight.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. I mean, it sounds grueling, but I would love to try it with sometime. It's on my list, but I kind of got away from the racing, so hopefully I'll be able to be back. I would love to try it with sometime.
Yeah, I'm a 10 scale guy.
That's true. Yeah, 8 scale. Yeah, that's true. I forgot it's only 8 scale.
Yeah, I'm a 10 scale guy.
Are you getting feedback on your end, Mike?
Yeah, that's true. No, I think you sound good.
Okay, well, I'll just keep on trucking through here. So, actually, today's a really cool episode, and it's going to be a lot different. If you saw kind of like our intro to the show, we're actually going to have you guys on as guests throughout the show. So let me throw up the link here, and let's throw that up here. There we go. And so this is the link that you can type in the URL to actually get into this episode. And so what Mike and I are going to do is we're going to be selecting random people who want to come on in and kind of just chat with us. We've got a kind of a small list of things we want to cover. Nothing too crazy, but we also want to just kind of give an opportunity because, I'm kind of new driving the show. Adam's the guy that knows how to do all the kind of shifting from cameras to cameras and all that stuff. And so we thought it'd be a good opportunity, since Mike hasn't been on for a while and I'm kind of new to running the show, that we bring somebody else on and kind of just talk with you. And you talk anything between any troubles you're having, things you like, questions, ideas for new products, what have you. Let us hear it. So we'd love to hear from you. And to kind of incentivize everybody, anybody who gets selected to be on the show is going to get a $10 CowRC gift code. So that way you can use it on anything in the store. And whoever joins in for the show will get you a code here at the end, later today. And you enjoy some discounted goodies on us for $10 off. And I did get a message on StreamYard that sounds like the Instagram account is not running. I guess StreamYard's got some issue with Instagram at the moment. So if you're on Instagram, you're probably not able to see me anyways. But if you can and you do see this, that's why we're not ignoring you. That's just apparently how it's going today. So we'll just go with that. But if you can, get onto YouTube or Facebook, and you'll be able to see us. So while we're waiting for everybody to kind of join in, let me see what's going on from people here. Jason says hi. Scott says hi. Kevin says hi. Tom's always on. He's here. We got a lot of the usuals. I appreciate everybody. It's really nice to see you guys continue to watch us all the time. So, oh, I see. You can hear Mike's audio. I thought that was the case, because I can kind of hear that too.
I'm not getting any feedback.
Well, I think we're okay now, because I'm not really
okay.
I'm not really hearing it anymore. So,
okay,
I think we're good.
I don't think I'm able to go on my phone. I think maybe that might have been the issue.
That's what it was. Okay. Feedback is gone. All right, good. We got through all that stuff. Awesome. Well, hey, while we're waiting for everybody to join, I'm going to throw the link back up here so you guys can see. And so we'll kind of go through a couple things. So, Mike, I sent you we kind of changed products. We kind of swapped from Michigan to Ohio, a couple products, and I'll let you kind of go first. I sent you over the Jet Blaster Mini earlier this week. You actually got a chance to take a look at, or actually use it at a race this weekend. So tell me about it.
Yeah, so this has been in the works for a while, and this is one of my I was really excited about this product, especially because mostly I only race carpet and Astro. So the debris that accumulates in your car is light, but it's a pain at times. So a lot of the tracks will have a blower when you get off the driver's stand, and there's a couple to blow your car off before you go marshal, and then some don't. And then some tracks don't allow you to use your own blower in the pits if it's a big trophy race, and the reason being is because you're blowing all your stuff all over everybody's food.
Yeah.
So right. So so at that time, you don't want to wait. You want your own blower. And of course, I have the Jet Blaster Turbo, which will seriously remove your skin, which is amazing.
Yeah, no doubt.
But if you have that and you can't use it in your pits, then it's pretty much useless. So I was really excited about this, because even if you can't use it in your pits, you can go outside because it's rechargeable, and you could go in your own area. So today I finally used it as a race. I did use it in my basement, where my bench area is, and it's just enough to blow those that you get that black dust from the AstroTurf all on your shocks and everything in your car, and it blows it off, and it's perfect, and it's so small. Matter of fact, I have it right here, and I had it, and I was showing somebody, a couple racers today at the track, and they were really excited about it. And the price point is amazing. And really, even the vacuum, as you went over before, the part where it has a vacuum feature, even when you're done with your race and you bring it home, I have all these carpet fibers all on my mat, and that vacuum feature just sucks it right up. So you're not really blowing it everywhere. So this thing, if you're a carpet racer and your AstroTurf racer, this is the thing to have. I mean, you don't have to lug that big one around. Again, the Jet Blaster Turbo is amazing. It will take your skin off, like I said. But it's kind of like, if you just need something for some light debris, this is where it's at. And it has a bunch of attachments, as you've shown before. And it works amazing. So I had a chance to use it, worked out great. I'm excited for it. The charge lasted. It actually didn't go beyond. So I used it today, and you can still see it has all the lights.
Did you charge it up since you got it?
I charged it one time.
Okay.
And that was it. And then so far it's still kept the charge. So
nice. Now, I see Heath put up a comment here. He said you were kind of the one that kind of got the idea going about this mini Jet Blaster.
Yeah. So I have the Jet Blaster Turbo, and everyone uses it. And then one of my guys I've been racing with for a long time, he had this little mini Jet Blaster, kind of like this. And I said, well, where'd you get that? And he got it on Amazon somehow. And I don't remember what brand it was, but I was like, man, that's really cool. We can't use our own blowers here, and you use this, you just go outside and, kind of sneak it. So we started talking about it, and I kind of sent it to Heath, and he started doing some research, and he found this one, and his doesn't have the suction, the vacuum. And this one is just as powerful as his. Plus it has a vacuum. I mean, this thing's a lifesaver, really. I mean, it's so small.
Yes.
You don't have to lug it around. And like I said, if you can't use a blower in your pits, just go outside and, turn it on. It's ready to go. Especially that suction, especially that vacuum to get all that debris off your mat. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's my favorite part too. Well, I see we got a comment. MVP Racing says he ordered the Jet Blaster Mini and hasn't gone out for delivery yet. So the answer is it will be going out in 2 weeks. So thank you very much for your order, and it'll be going out in 2 weeks. And there is still one more week for the pre-order. So if you pre-order, it's 25% off. So take advantage of that with the pre-order. I believe it's $44.99. I believe. Price for the pre-order. So take advantage of it. I mean, they are going to be a hot item. I mean, like Mike said, being indoors, it's a nice, versatile type of, tool to bring with you. And I think actually we had a comment about, so has anyone done a runtime on a fully charged Jet Blaster Mini? So I to answer your question, Matt, I have not yet. I probably used it, I don't know, maybe a total of 15 minutes straight, if I combined all the times that I used it for. Mostly the vacuum is what I used it for. I don't know, Mike, can you speak to how much time you use it today?
So after every run, we had 3 qualifiers in a main. I blew off my, it doesn't take, terribly long, but it was still on the same charge from when I received it from you. And I used it a few times with the vacuum mode and the blower mode. So it still has full charge. I mean, as far as me turning it on and letting it run, how long it's actually going to run constantly, I haven't done that. But again, I mean, no one does that anyway. But it seems to have a very good charge. Like I said, it's still on. It still has a full charge, and I charged it one time.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, I would say like I mentioned, I use it for maybe a combined 15 minutes, and I only lost like one of the 4 lights. So maybe call that maybe 25% it reduced. So kind of an uneducated guess, but I'm guessing it's it's going to probably last an hour. Be my kind of my assumption. So, but I'd be interested to see if you pick one up. I'd be really interested to see what it really does if you're doing the fix and duro. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of comments, honestly, on different Facebook pages. I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but this last week I saw quite a few different pages, mostly crawler pages that were talking about different blowers, and nobody really had a link to any of them. They were just showing like an image of, hey, does anyone have one of these, or they used one of these? And luckily I threw up the link for the pre-order for the CowRC Jet Blaster Mini, and hopefully people saw that. So I don't know if anybody watching the show has seen that link and kind of went on because of that, but definitely check it out. It's a neat tool. I've used it. Mike's used it. I think the vacuum part is what I really like the most. That's my favorite aspect of it. The blower is really cool, but the vacuum's just different. That's kind of what I like. Especially like, when you've got like let me show you here on your pit mat, a part strip. So you get like little fibers, dirt kind of inside these corners, and you could keep blowing it, but it just basically packs it in tighter. So, but if you have, if you kind of scrape out with your finger or a toothpick or a brush or whatever, and then vacuum it out, it's gone. I mean, and who doesn't want to just have everything just kind of vacuumed up rather than just shooting it to your neighbor's pit area or on the floor? It's kind of nice, especially like at home. Like, I have a finished basement we're in here right now, and I don't want all the dirt and stuff going onto the floor and then I have to vacuum up later. I'd rather just keep it contained. So that's my favorite part about it.
And the price point as well. I mean, what are they, $44, $45?
Yeah, I think it's $45 for the pre-order.
And so I believe the one on Amazon that my buddy had was far exceeded that, and it didn't have the vacuum. So I mean, you can't really beat it. I don't know how Heath did it, but he did it.
Well, good. Yeah. I mean, and also everybody make sure, because I'll keep forgetting, I have not seen anybody want to chime in yet. So please be our first. Like I said, you get $10, $10 gift card, our gift code to the CowRC website if you join us today. And as long as you're somebody that knows about CowRC or has a question, keep it CowRC related. We'd love to have you on, and we'll do a 3-way screen here and try out some new stuff here. Well, while we're waiting here, so another thing to go over is the solder mat pre-order. So we talked about this a couple episodes ago. So this is the new solder mat. We are a little bit delayed on this one. So it was supposed to be arriving the end of this month, but it's held up in customs. So it looks like it's going to be about a 2-week delay. So if you ordered one, apologies, please, for kind of the additional 2 weeks delay, but it'll be worth it. It's a really neat mat. I've used it quite a few times. I showed some demos on previous episodes. It really kind of looks nice. It works really well. I mean, I've laid solder mats on it, for a few seconds. No blemishes, no burns. It cleans off. The Hide Wipes wash it off really well. I haven't tried any Moo-Kleen part and chassis wash or anything like that, but the Hide Wipes did a good job at cleaning this. So we'll be, these will be shipping out here in a couple weeks. And actually, we've got our first victim. It's like Zack is here. Let me fix you up here, Zack. Aha. Okay, I think that, yep, no, it doesn't quite work. Let's adjust somehow. Well, and someone else is joining. So, Zack, can you say something?
Oh, yeah, man. How you guys doing this evening?
Okay. Hey, Zack, what's happening?
Good to see you. I'm going to try to fix your screen here, but go ahead and tell us what's happening while I try to fiddle with this. There we go.
There it goes.
Not a whole lot. I actually just got in from my local track, helping a couple of new guys get set up into racing, starting some short course trucks and a little
short course.
Nice.
Yeah, man, trying to make in down here.
So what new products have you been using recently?
Newest has definitely been the the Jet Vac. Been trying it out a lot. It's been great for the pits. Like I said, my wife has kind of taken it over for the house too. Almost replaced shop vac. But the biggest thing is I was actually surprised how small the Jet Vac is compared to what I had in my mind. I thought it was going to be something much larger, but it's a nice, compact, portable unit. Great for, like, sometimes we go to the race and we take our camper with us. So it's perfect for cleaning out the camper, but also having a way to, like, blow off bodies, dry off tires in between rounds. Definitely been very impressed with the Jet Vac.
Nice. I haven't tried that yet. I really want to try one out. It's like one of the very few CowRC products that I have not yet tested.
That video you did the other day, right?
Yeah, that was me.
That made me want that.
Yeah, it was cool.
But now I want that really bad.
Oh, dude, it's worth having, man. It's cool.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, I know it's high quality, but that video was great. That made me want that.
Yeah, and it is just like with the Jet Blaster. Super high quality, top notch fit and finish. Nothing on it feels, Chinese or chintzy. It's all really solid stuff.
Nice. Now, what part do you like the vacuum part better or the blower part better?
Honestly, I like the Jet Blaster better as a blower, but like for in here in my garage, I like the vacuum part to just not be blowing dust any place. Also, I figure like if somebody has like really sensitive electronics, be a great way just to gently vacuum it off because it comes with so many accessories that you can really get into every last little nook and cranny.
Nice. Now, you do mostly 8-scale racing, right?
8th scale
Okay.
outdoor.
Outdoor. Okay. Well, yeah, you know. So, what part of the country are you in?
Upstate South Carolina.
Okay. So you have like a bunch of red clay.
Lots of red clay, high mica content. That's
Okay.
us.
Yeah. See, you guys really know how to get your buggies really dirty.
Oh yeah. They get dirty.
When you
That's
use the vac or the jet blaster and you put it on the blower, what takes your skin off more, the jet blaster turbo or the vac?
I would say the Jet Blaster Turbo does, but the Jet Vac still has plenty of output, and it comes with 2 really long hoses, and it does kind of make a difference if you just use one hose instead of the 2 combined about how much air it puts out. But I'd say, like, in a heads-up challenge, I think the Jet Blaster Turbo kind of pulls out ahead on, just hard-hitting force, because it's, if you guys have all used it, I basically never go above medium on the Jet Blaster Turbo. High is just like, bananas.
Because you can use it as crowd control. You can just blow people over with that thing.
Well, that's awesome. Well, hey, appreciate you jumping on with us, Zach. We got another guest coming up here, so we'll let you go. But anything else to add while we got you?
No, man, not right offhand. Just appreciate the show. Appreciate everything CowRC and Heath does.
Awesome, man. Well, appreciate it. Thanks for your support and thanks for all the awesome videos and content you put out.
Thanks, Zach.
Mike.
See ya.
Hello
Hey,
there.
how's it going? RC Roach Man, how are you?
It's going pretty well. How about you guys?
Oh, going good. Thanks for joining us. So what brings you to the show today? I don't think I've seen. Are you a new guest? Because I don't know that I've seen your name on here before.
I am Roach RC.
Roach RC. Okay, awesome.
And
so now, have you
seen
joined
many of your videos?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, they're great videos.
Nice.
But yeah, I was recently, well, not recently, but I've been supported by CowRC for a little while now, and you guys have been pretty damn awesome in terms of like just what you guys put out. I haven't been using the new sprayer, but I have been trying to use more of the tire cleaner.
Oh, nice.
I haven't been able to clean my car since I got home from the track yesterday, which I'm going to be doing like in about 30 odd minutes. But yeah, it's a godsend basically.
Now, what kind of racing are you doing?
I usually all over the place. So usually I do outdoor 8-scale racing.
Okay,
But,
Zach then.
Yeah, Loganville RC Complex.
No, I'm not familiar with that. Are you, Mike?
No, I am not.
That's a track in like the metro, like close to Atlanta area.
Oh, okay.
30 odd, 40. Well, it's Atlanta, so obviously an hour away. But it's a pretty popular track down here in Georgia. I recently went up to the track that I went to this weekend was what's it called? Easley RC Complex in South Carolina.
Okay.
And they had some like, I think honestly it's one of the best tracks in the Southeast, just on dirt content alone. Even like with very few people there, it was extremely smooth and very, very abrasive. So you had a lot of grit.
Now, are you finding that the tire wash gives you a little bit extra traction at all?
It actually does, mainly because it keeps the rubber sort of, what's the good word for it? Oily, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I guess it keeps like the moisture from the rubber still in the rubber without degrading it.
Yes.
Which for indoor stuff, you kind of want it to degrade a little bit, but also don't at the same time. But for outdoor stuff, you want that moisture in the tire to give it as much grip as possible. And that's what this allows you to do. I also use the chassis wash as well. It's in another bottle over there on my desk. But basically, I use that. I use pretty much all the basic cleaning stuff that CowRC uses. I did a video a little while ago about cleaning up a nitro buggy that I had sold.
Okay.
I think. Do you want if I put it in the chat real quick?
Oh, well, we could try it. I don't know if I'll be able to successfully show it.
I'll worry about it later. Also, to answer your question, Brian, I'll be at North Georgia Shootout at the end of April, more than likely. Yes.
Nice.
Will you guys be there?
I will not. What about you, Mike?
No, I'm gonna be here in Michigan.
Oh.
Now let me ask you something. Since you've been using the tire wash, and I'm assuming at one point you were cleaning your tires with maybe a simple green, just by assumption. Do you feel that using the tire wash, your tires actually last longer? They're more consistent.
Yes, it is. Well, the best way I could say it's a minor difference, but it's a minor difference that really matters.
Right.
Because, like I said, because the moisture lasts a little bit longer in the tires, you can get a little bit more grip. So it does last a little bit longer in terms of tire degradation, especially after a long run. I can usually push my tires for an extra, I'd say about like an extra race weekend or two. I'd say.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
That's worth it.
That's a lot.
Which for 8 scale is... 8 scale for a college student is everything.
Now, are you racing buggy, or are you racing e-buggy or e-truggy or e-nitro?
I'm running e-buggy right now because nitro is a bit of a stretch in terms of money for me.
Yeah, I've never tried nitro.
It's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. I've raced nitro once, and I can say I finished 100% of my nitro races.
There you have it.
Not going back.
Not going back. I have 100%
I can understand that. You're not the only one, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Will you have anything else to add before we keep moving on?
Just to go ahead and, I guess check, if you guys haven't already, check out Roach RC, selfless plug, or selfish, shameless plug right there.
Keep up the great
Not
videos.
a problem, buddy. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming on with us. It was good talking with you.
Good talking with you guys as well. I'll see you guys later.
All right, take care.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah, I've watched a bunch of his videos. They're good.
Nice. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm sure now that he said his name, I recognize the name, but I don't know how many of the videos I've watched. But I'm definitely gonna check them out now.
There's a ton on YouTube. They're pretty informative. They're good. Yeah, they're entertaining.
Nice. Well, I'll throw up the link one more time. Well, I shouldn't say one more time, but I'll throw it up again in case anyone else. We appreciate those guys joining us. It makes this show a lot more interesting for us and gives kind of a little bit of a different flavor for this. If you guys like this type of kind of interaction, let us know, like in the comments. We'll check it out. Obviously we're doing the show for you guys. So if you like something we're doing, let us know. If you don't like something we're doing, also let us know, because we won't keep doing that. But while we're waiting for some more people to come in, I want to show off something new. If you guys are ready, because I'm ready. So this product is going to be a couple months out still. So no pre-orders yet, no pricing quite yet or anything like that. But this is something a little bit different from what you're used to seeing, a new product that CowRC has not quite sent out yet. And if you see that, something just happened. So what we're doing here, and hopefully I can show this to you in the camera vision that I have, but we have a desk light. So Mike and I actually traded this back and forth. Mike got the Jet Blaster Mini, and I got the desk lamp here. So what we're showing you here is a desk mounted lamp. So you can kind of see here is the arm of this lamp here, and it's got an adjustable switch here, so you can kind of dim. That was already all the way up. I'll kind of dim this down since it's probably blinding you here. And then you can actually, so you can bring it up bring it down, and then change colors. So I got like kind of an amber there, a soft white, and then an LED. Well, that's soft white, amber. This is the bright LED soft white. Very adjustable. If you saw, it moves around here. It's articulating. Each of these actually moves independently. It's got knobs on it. It's like an extra, like you have the soldering hands, like the extra soldering hands. That's how this thing works. It flips around. It's just a really neat, there's really no position that it can't be in. So it's got locking wheels here, so you can kind of lock in place. Mike and I were talking earlier about it, and it just fits really nice into like your pit spaces or your at home work area because it's out of the way. So I have it mounted here to my desk. So it's just got a swivel on it on the bottom. So it just kind of clamps like a vise to the bottom of the table. And it's a little bit awkward to kind of show you and talk at the same time, but it just moves all over the place. And it's nice and bright. Like I said, it's got the 3 different controls on it, or 3 different light, I'll call it light colors, I guess you could say. You could turn it brighter, dimmer. Obviously has the on-off switch, so you can turn it off when you're done. But really neat tool. I've enjoyed it. It just has so many different applications. And so, what's your opinion, Mike? What were your thoughts?
So when I got it, I tested it out, and it was a game changer in my opinion. I have 2 pit lights or desk lights on each side of my bench that I kind of try to articulate over to where there's enough light, but it takes up space on the bench itself. This
Sure.
light I put right in the middle of my bench. You can see how it kind of spreads out. So if you I put that right in the middle, so it's spread out. It goes way further with the arms. It's extremely light, and it has 1 switch. It's 1 plug. When I had to send it out, I was a little disappointed because
you're not getting it
back.
back.
Yeah, because I didn't have it anymore. But I definitely miss that light. And when it comes out, I need it. So it's like I said, because of that clamp goes right in the middle of your bench or however you put it. It takes up absolutely no space. So
Right,
just clicking right onto that table. And wow, it's something because, like I said, then it has that switch on there, easy on, easy off. I have 2 pit lights, like I said. I have to turn them both on. They take up 2 outlets, and they don't articulate like that. And like let's say you're soldering, or let's say you really need to. My lights won't go that far, and the adjustability is amazing. And like I said, when I had to ship it out, I was a little disappointed.
I understand. It's really awesome. Like I've never seen a light like this. I guess I've seen them like maybe like in offices and things like that. But this is just it's so much different, like you said, versus the ones with the stands, because it doesn't take up any space on your area. When you're done with it. You guys saw when I was doing the beginning of the show, it's just sitting here. It's totally out of the way. Don't have to worry about it. It just goes off into the distance. It's still on. But you swivel it over here. Okay, I want it now. It's 360 degrees. It's swiveling off my desk here, but 360 degrees of travel, so it can just move around, and you get it out of the way, go on to the next project, whatever you're wanting to do. It's just a really neat tool. It's very convenient. The light output's really great on it. It's definitely something that's going to stay at home, with you. You're going to stay, keep it on your desk or your work area. It's definitely not I wouldn't say it's a travel type of component. It plugs in, so it's all kind of just plug into the outlet. But I think it's a really cool desk light.
If you were to look, if somebody to come down and look at your pit table, it looks dialed with that in there. Even with the light not on, like that looks pretty dialed.
So Thompson, can you bolt it into the table? No. I don't know. Could you? Maybe. But you'd probably. You probably could put a lock on it because it screws in like a vise. So it's got a C clamp to it. so like this, and so the bottom of it gets screwed in, so it just pressure clamps to the edge of any table. And it's actually, I mean, it's probably got 3 inches,
At least.
you know, so you know, it's about 3-inch gap there, so you can pick, you know, put it onto a heavy duty table. I mean, you could actually, I mean, if you had a power source, you could probably put it to the back of a tailgate on a pickup, if you really needed to. So bolting it, I don't know if you need to, but hey, anything's possible, I'm sure.
I mean, if you really had a big table, you can even put 2 of those on each end. But I mean, I was fine with the one right in the middle.
No, I think this, I mean, the spread on this thing, I would say it's probably 3 feet wide, you know, so it's here, you know, here the mouse pad's 48 inches. I'd say it fits about this big. You know, if I were to put it directly in front of me, it'd be out like this. And it's got these, you know, these LEDs are about 18 inches wide each. So really nice. I think it's gonna be a really nice tool when it comes out here in a couple months. Rick says we need one for on the go. Well, we're already ahead of you, my friend. And Mike had one, and Adam's got it now. I think Adam's probably got it at Psycho Nitro Blast now.
Yeah, we do have a pit light that's extremely light. The base is great. You can swivel it so it won't topple over like a lot of these pit lights. It has a phone charger on it. It collapses down, and it's really portable. I loved it, and I actually happened to see Adam at one of our races, and I handed it off to him, and he absolutely loves it too. So that's definitely a must if you are traveling.
We seem to be in a habit of getting rid of all of your lights.
Yeah. Just close my eyes next time. No, he just took it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'm sure you'll see much more of this light. I'm actually going to do a video of it because it's a little bit where my camera's mounted. It's a little bit cumbersome to really show you some details of this. But once I will do a nice video of this and post it on the Facebook page. And that way you can kind of see all the different knobs. I mean, this, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 points of hinging. So it, you know, it does 360-degree swivel. The top swivels, it pivots. The arm kind of, it's almost like an elbow. So it's going like this. It's really versatile. I don't know if there's any position it can't go into. So it
stays
every workplace.
And you can tighten them and loosen them, so it actually stays where so it's not going to fall over like a lot of the lights.
Exactly. Yes. See, it's not. Yeah, you're not relying on like just friction fitting or balancing. It's got knobs on it, so you can turn it down and crank them down. And I would say that the one thing that I need to do better on my work tables, I have this plastic table, and I know for when it's moving, it's grabbing the table and kind of like bending it a little bit. So I need to put it on something a little bit sturdier. The plastic table, it's a little bit, I don't know if it's strong enough for the movement of it, but that's the only thing I could see that kind of I need to just kind of adjust where I put it. So I need to basically put it in a more permanent place. All right. And let me throw the link up again here. If anybody's dying to come on with us, you've got about 20 or less minutes left, and we've got to go. So your time of getting your $10 gift code is ending. That is going to be our prize for today. So if you're looking for a prize, that is your award for spending some time with Mike and I. So while we're going through this, so CowRC's officially moved and relocated in Hollywood, Florida. So moved from New York to Hollywood, Florida. I'm not quite sure where Hollywood is. I know it's near the beach, so I'm not sure if it's north, mid, or south, but much nicer than the north. So I'm sure Heath's enjoying his new place and getting kind of acclimated to his new surroundings. But CowRC's rock and rolling full speed ahead. So everything that was on order is shipping as we speak, and we appreciate your patience. Hopefully you guys took advantage of that 25% off discount code for your thanks to waiting while the transition was made. But the transition went really smoothly things are back into production just like they were before the move, and things are actually, and the whole point of this was to get more space so more product can be delivered. Or, I mean, thanks to you guys, CowRC has been really doing well the last few years, and has grown and has been able to do really cool things like this desk light, all the new mats that we have, new sprays, all the new tools. That is all part of your support. If it wasn't for loyal customers like you guys, CowRC just wouldn't have the extra revenue to do those type of things. And your support feeds the innovation that CowRC has been doing. So thank you to all of you guys, and hopefully we'll continue receiving your support. I'll show you some new brushes. So we've got some new brushes coming out, and these are an example of a couple of them. I'll show you some images here. So we've been getting into different cleaning brushes. Like we have the block brushes, and we have the Reservoir brushes. And so now we have these brushes, and it actually comes into, so there's actually 3 different ones of these, and then 3 of another size, which I will show you guys here in the screen. Once I do that, there. So here's the 6-piece cleaning brush set. So you get these 3 kind of like toothbrush looking ones, and then these 3 bladed types like I showed. And each one is a different type, different thickness of bristle. So those will be coming out here in about 2 to 3 weeks. And let's see if we can show you some different skins here. So, of course, like everything else, we have skins available for these guys as well. So different colors. I should say different, all the same 5 flavors that we've been showing for different skins. So really cool. Definitely a new clean solution to different parts of the piece. I could definitely see like shock springs getting this. That would be kind of what I would think. I don't know. What about you, Mike? Have you got a chance to take a look at these yet?
I haven't. I don't have those yet. But yeah, getting in those little small spaces, just like that. Yeah, shock springs in between the threads and everything. Definitely.
Yes, I can see like A-arms too. I mean, these are pretty big. This is probably, I don't know, 8 inches long. It's a pretty big size. So I think like some larger vehicles could use this attention. They're like A-arms, getting all the junk out of the kind of the recesses in the A-arms around the what do you call them? The turnbuckles, all the shock eyelets, all those type of things. I can see that being a nice, especially in those toothbrush ones too. I think those would be nice, kind of the same applications, kind of a nice. What I've been finding with the longer brushes, like these bristle brushes, is I like the length that it gives you, because you can actually get in and reach hard, to get to places where maybe the block brush is better for something that's open in the easy to get to. These you can kind of really get into. And I honestly I didn't know that I needed this until I had it. It was kind of like, oh yeah, what I was using is toothbrushes. I was using what I always like to do is, like, when I would go to an event, an RC event, bring a toothbrush with me, and I would just use it as when I got home, use it as a cleaning tool. And it's okay, it did the job, but it's a toothbrush, so it's not they don't last very long. The bristles come out. Cleaning your teeth isn't the same way as cleaning an RC, so it left a little bit to be desired. So this was a cool innovation in the CowRC product line.
Yeah, those circular brushes definitely worked out, especially getting in your diff cases and your out drives where the areas are. You just put it in there and turn it, and it's the way they're configured. It works amazing.
Yeah, I've enjoyed these. I think these have been these and the Reservoir brushes. So far, I haven't had a chance to use this yet, but these 2 have been like kind of my go-tos. But the Reservoir, I think, for simply just having the either tire wash or Moo-Kleen part and chassis wash in these, just having it's really like a 2-in-1. So you got your brush plus your clean solution. So that way that's all you're bringing. I don't have to bring the tire wash and a brush. I've got it all right here. As long as you got enough to do the job, it works. It works out really well.
And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I got to talk about these hide wipes again.
Yes, please.
So I was at a big race a couple weeks ago, and you get that filth and those scuff marks on your wheels and your body, and I'd see guys in the pits. It's like your body looks filthy, your wheels look filthy. Here, clean this. So they were trying to clean them with actually brake cleaner. I go, don't do that. You use this wipe and it takes it right off. It's like a magic eraser. And they started using it and like, it smells nice. I didn't tell them anything about it. Like, yeah, it smells nice too. And like, hey, it works great on your hands. I go, I know. So now I was, getting people kind of hooked on the, wiping off their wheels with the hide wipes in their body as well. Cause that stuff takes it takes it right off and it's non-corrosive. Like I don't race anywhere without those. Those are actually my go-to. And when people started using them, like it does work, So once again, people, let's get these hide wipes because there's so many uses for them.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I mean, and the funny thing is, like, this is what started before tire wash. So this actually is the same chemical as tire wash. Tire wash obviously is just fluid. These are the wipes, but it's the same exact chemical washing compound, which is crazy because this has been out. Hide wipes have been out for probably 2 years, and tire wash has probably been, I don't know, 6 months or so, but it was all hiding right underneath your nose. It's just in a different form. So Brian's asking about how stiff are the bristles on the Reservoir. Thinking you could fill it with tire wash. Yes. For clean tires, you are exactly right. I would say this is probably a medium stiffness, maybe a medium to heavy. It's pretty stiff. I wouldn't necessarily use it to clean a body. It definitely for tires, hard plastics, those types of things would definitely be the ticket. Bodies might be a little bit too abrasive for that. But yeah, it works out real simple. Just twist off the top, put your chemical in here, twist top back on, and then this top is what you push in to get the chemical come out the bottom here. So it works out real easy.
And like Tyler said, if there was still something on your wheels or tires, you could just wipe it with that the hide wipes, and it's the same chemical, and it'll take it right off.
So Matt, you're saying how wide are they? I assume you talking about these brushes, maybe? If you're still on, let me know. I'd say the brush, this is about 8 inches about, and I would say the bristle depth is about 1 inch. And then the brush itself is about 4 inches. So that's kind of my guesstimate here. Brush holder. Oh, the brush holder. So nothing yet on the horizon. I've been using kind of a tool holder for my brushes, but nothing yet. But that doesn't mean there's not going to happen. It's we've got some different parts and tools coming out that we're just playing with first, and it'll, I think, eventually come there. I've got some thoughts that I think would be really cool. We've got some different vendors and people we're working with that might be able to create us some cool stuff. So it's always a possibility. So a toothbrush in my RC toolbox, but I think this is going to be in the trash. Yeah, that's what I did, Tom. I love the toothbrushes until I realized there was something better out there. So I'm with you on that. Reservoir brushes are great. I have one part. Yep. Yeah, that's what I do too. So that's what actually how the Reservoir brushes are sold as far as with the skins. So there's a skin for, it says Moo-Kleen Part and Chassis Wash, and the other one says Moo-Kleen Tire Wash, and that goes on the top up here. So you can fill these with one of each. That way you kind of, they're different colors. So the color to me is what pops out, but in case you don't see the color, they've got the labels on the skin. So really cool little detail the CowRC has for that. Let's see here. Yeah. So, Matt, I use my Moo-Kleen part and chassis wash at an 8-to-1. I know some people find that's maybe a little bit heavy or maybe a little bit too strong, but I personally like 8-to-1. It fits in. So, like if you get a 56-ounce jug, that's how I kind of have measured that myself. I think the sprayer at least holds 64, ounces. So, multipliers of 8. That's kind of how I figured it is doing that. So that's kind of how I've been doing my math, is just multipliers of 8. Gets me there relatively easy, and it lasts a long time. And it gives me, that way I can kind of, and you can actually, if you want to have multiple jugs of it, like I talked on one of the earlier episodes before we came out with the USB sprayer, I talked about a pressure pump sprayer you could buy like on Amazon or Home Depot, and you could, if you had multiples of those, you could make a concentrate of maybe something lighter and something a little heavier and bring it with you depending on the condition of the vehicle you were trying to wash that day. But to answer your question, 8-to-1's mine. I don't know if, Mike, do you have a special ratio you use your concentrate?
I would say I would do the 8-to-1.
Okay.
Yeah, I pretty much do the same thing. And it's dependent
easier that way.
It's dependent on what I'm actually doing. If I'm cleaning ceramic bearings, I just pour it in there straight up.
Oh, okay.
In the ultrasonic cleaner and clean it that way.
Okay.
If I'm doing the ceramics,
sure.
And I'll just keep it. So that's just pure concentrate. I'll just do it that way.
If you're running ceramic bearings, it's worth using that extra product because that's an expensive part.
And I will tell you, and actually to piggyback on that comment, all you racers, if you are thinking about going to ceramic bearings, which is a very good option, first take your stock bearings, whatever company it is, clean your bearings with the Moo-Kleen electronic cleaner degreaser first, because they're the stock bearings, and then oil it with the Moo-Slick with the PTFE. I'm telling you right now. So I've done this, and I have used bearings that actually had the grease in it, and I spun the wheel, and it spun for 3 minutes, and they were stock bearings.
Really?
And I actually spun the wheel, left it on a stand, came back, and it was still spinning.
Huh.
So if you are, on a budget, and I know ceramic bearings are expensive, first try cleaning your bearings with the Moo-Kleen electronic cleaner and degreaser, however you want to do it. Get all the grease out, and then dry it, blow it dry, make sure it's dry, and then give it a douse of the Moo-Slick with the PTFE. Let it cure for at least 6 hours overnight, or however you're going to do it, and then I'm telling you, it's a world of difference than what the stock is, what your stock bearings are. So try that first. And then if you're going to ceramic bearings, so be it. But try that first.
That's a great tip. That is a really great tip. Talk about an economic solution to get some extra speed. I think the ultra-thin oil, I think it's like $15-16 if I'm not mistaken, versus a set of ceramics are like $70 at least, right?
Yeah. So, and they were rubber. They actually, they had the rubber seals on them.
Yeah.
And when I spun them, they said, "What company do you have your ceramic?" I said, "They're not ceramics, they're stock.
Wow.
Just try this." Yeah. So they spun for about 3 minutes.
That's awesome. Wow.
And it makes a difference. So try that first. If you don't like that, then you could go to your ceramics. But that's definitely something that I did just to see, and it worked fabulous.
Yeah. Well, Heath just corrected me. So $20 a can. So $20 versus $70, and you can use this on lots of different bearings. So this is going to last more than just one set. It's going to last, 100 sets. So try that out first. That's a great tip, Mike. Here was another comment. Roach RC, yes. So so you're probably talking about the carbon fiber mats, or sorry, the Carbon Series mats. So if you spray Moo-Slick Silicone Spray on those, that's how you clean them, and that's how you get that carbon around the perimeter, around the edge to pop. So if you have gotten a Carbon Series mat, whether it be the large or the small one, if you don't have Moo-Slick Silicone Spray, get yourself a can, because that's going to make that mat look great. It's going to condition it, and actually it's a good conditioner. So that's actually the first thing you should do with that mat when you get it, because it brings out the oils in it and it conditions it. So that way it's even that much more protected, that much more sturdy when you spray it with the silicone. So great tip. Yep, Moo-Slick specifically, exactly. Well, Mike, we are heading into the last minutes of our show here, and this is our first show just you and I. I think it went pretty well. I don't think we had
air high five. Air high five.
That's right. Appreciate you having my back, because this would have been really boring if I was just talking to myself. Yeah, and thanks, Roach and Zach for joining in. I'm sorry that more people didn't get in. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you guys feel like this is a something you'd like to do again, let us know. I'm thinking maybe it's a no, but maybe just the right people weren't on this time, but that's okay. Looks like he says Tyler's trying to give us a discount. Well, yeah. So, but speaking of that, check out our, as our code every week, Cow-Tech for 10% off the store. So if you are going to buy something from CowRC, check out what we've got out for sale: aerosols, cleaners, tools, and use our code Cow-Tech to save 10%. So won't quite get you to that price I quote on the spray, but get you a lot closer. So check that out. It's good all the time. So use it and use it well. Yep. That's what we're talking about. All right. Okay. Should I use udder butter on the spider gear of my X-Max? So no, I assume you're talking about inside the actual diff. So no, if that's what you're talking about, that's going to be your silicone. Like your silicone diff fluid. So that's what's going to give you your adjustability. If you want your gears and your diffs locked tight, or you want them open and kind of you experiment that way. I assume that's what you do too, Mike, right?
Yeah. I don't. The udder butter is to put on the outside of my diff or my gears.
Right. You would use udder butter on the ring and pinion. So your pinion gear and your ring gear around the outside of that diff case. So the inside of the spider gears will be that silicone diff fluid that sometimes comes with the kits. And that way you can experiment. You can get all the way to like a couple million weight to all the way to 10. So there's all kinds of different ways. That was Mike as a racer. I'm sure you messed with those a ton. Based on trying to tune gears and things or tune diffs and such.
Yeah, I'm always messing with my diffs. Again, I'm a 10 scale guy, but I'm always switching them, and I have probably 15 of them. So. Oh,
do you really? Wow.
Yeah.
Udder butter is going to be for like your transmission, your pinion and your ring gears, and any portal if you're on crawlers, any portal axle gears. That would be for what that udder butter would be for. So whether it be the large tub, which we've got 2 pounds of that stuff right here, or whether it be the syringe, same formula, just different quantities. So check that out, because it's a really good product for gears. Well, awesome. Well, hey everybody, that kind of wraps us up. It's 9 o'clock. So we've hit our hour, and I want to thank Mike very much for joining me today. It's been too long. We'll have to make sure we get another episode with how to be a CowRC factory team driver here in the future, and let you teach everybody what you're looking for in the future endeavors for being on the team.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime. Well, thanks, everybody. Appreciate you joining us again. I hope it was a good show for you. Appreciate your patience as we tried a little something new today and experiment with different things in this creative show software. So anyways, we'll see you in 2 weeks for episode 30. Take care.
See you guys.